Before this video begins, make sure to subscribe here at Radial Reviews so you never miss an upload. Okay, let's get into the review. Hello and welcome. Today we are inside of a 2022 Mazda 3 Carbon Edition, and this is the Hatchback. I would like to thank Flood Mazda in Wakefield, Rhode Island for allowing me to review this vehicle. Their link is down in the description below. This Mazda 3 Carbon Edition is finished in polymetal gray, and this is the only color available on this trim. It is trim specific. This is a hatchback with seating for 5, weighing in at about 4,100 pounds, and it currently stickers for about $28,000. This is powered by a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, the same one as the Miata, producing 186 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. This is mated with a 6-speed shiftable automatic transmission, and this is a front-wheel drive model. This hatch achieves 25 miles per gallon city, 33 on the highway, and averages out to 28 miles per gallon. This does have a 13.2 gallon fuel tank. This Mazda 3 does ride on 18-inch aluminum wheels, and these are Carbon Edition, once again, specific wheels. And these have 215 wide tires on them. On the exterior of this Mazda 3 hatch, it does look very similar to the Mazda 3 sedan I tested. The sedans are a lot rarer to find than the hatchback version, so this is the more common iteration that you'll find on dealership lots. For safety features, this does have adaptive radar cruise control, so that can adjust spacing with you in front of cars, and it does have the emblem in the front hiding the radar detection system. So it looks sleek and flush, but it actually houses a very nice feature right there. This does also have blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning with lane keep assist, rear cross traffic alert, and auto high beams. It also does have forward collision alert. In the front of this vehicle, you get LED headlights and tail lights, and the headlights are actually auto leveling, so that's pretty cool to have. You have some nice black trim along some of this car, specifically in the front and rear bumpers, and you also get gloss black mirror caps. Those are also heated side mirrors right there. In the rear, you do get dual exhaust chrome tips, which is nice, and you do get a trunk lid button, which is hidden inside of the Mazda badge. On the exterior of this vehicle, I think it looks sleek and great. It looks very premium and high value. Mazda has been hitting up market a lot more, so they've been competing with the likes of BMW, Audi, Porsche even, just some of the very nice luxury brands, Acura and Lexus as well, because they're usually more closer to entry-level brands over there in some of their vehicles, so Mazda has really stepped up their game in the last about 5 to 7 years. They look very sleek and very good, and they have great interiors. So outside here in this Carbon Edition, in the front you do get your radar cruise control. And overall it's a very minimal exterior, but I think it looks great because of it. It's not too busy and it has very simple, nearly no body lines. It has the geometry of the body is about it for lines. It doesn't have them striking through the door paneling as some other cars, as you can see over there in the CX-5. They'll have a little bit down there. I think this looks really good. It doesn't look like that much else on the road right now, because the competitors for this, including the Elantra, the Hyundai Elantra hatch, and the Honda Civic hatch, and even the Corolla hatch, they just really aren't that stylish overall. They're fine, but this looks sleek and beautiful as a vehicle. You do get those beautiful gloss black wheels. You get dual exhaust here in the rear, so those are chrome tipped, and they sound pretty good. They give it a little bit of a deep burble. I like it. And in the rear here for cargo, you can pop the trunk lid like so. And yeah, it's pretty spacious back here. It really has good cargo room. Has some really minimal intrusion with the wheel wells. Has some mats back there. Has a privacy cover, which I enjoy. And also, you do get a donut spare below there. So that's pretty nice. And also you get a first aid kit. First party from Mazda. That's an interesting touch. And right here you do have a lock button, so you can lock the vehicle from there if you so choose. It's a very light rear tailgate. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a power down option, but that's okay. There is also an easy fill fuel cap over here, so that is very nice. Has a traditional cap, but the opening door is easy open. Up top here on the roof, you can see you do get a full power sunroof, so that both slides and tilts. And let's take a look at this interior. So opening the driver's door, you are greeted on the door panel with really, really nice soft touch materials. You also get red accent stitching, which is nice. So you get mostly black interior in here, but you get some red accent stitching and some nice chrome trim going throughout the door handle and some nice little streaks. Here you do get a cover panel for your premium Bose audio system present in this model. It sounds very good, and we'll do an audio test towards the end of this video. You get your lock unlock buttons, and here you get some piano black trim, gloss black. I don't really like having so much gloss black in the interior because it collects so much dust and fingerprints, but it does look very nice and premium. You get your power window controls right there, and all your windows are actually one touch from the driver's seat, so that is nice. And you get some very nice padding all the way down, all through here. Here is hard touch material, of course. It does run a little high up here. I kind of wish they had kept just this little area a bit padded, but that's okay. You get your tweeter right here, and for your seat here in the front, you get a beautiful red leather interior. This is Carbon Edition specific, also present in the sedan. You get a full power driver's seat with power adjustments and 4-way lumbar support, so that is very nice to have. And let's hop inside. For your driver's seat, you also get the beautiful red leather interior. However, all the controls are manual in here for seat adjustments. For your steering wheel, you are greeted with a typical Mazda steering wheel with some nice little nubby bolsters at 10 and 2. I wish they had a little bit of bolstering down here though. It's completely empty right here. The wheel itself, it is leather wrapped. It feels very nice in hand, and it feels pretty premium. You get some simple chrome trim throughout here, and you get your volume, seek source buttons over here with phone controls, and then here you can adjust your radar cruise control. And you do get a couple of blank buttons here though. I wish they had kept that just solid chrome instead of leaving it blank buttons. And to the left of your steering wheel, you do get a traction off button. And over here, you do get parking sensors off. You have 3 and 1 more blank buttons, so you get 4 blank buttons over here. Once again, I wish they had just made them larger buttons so it didn't look like you weren't in a top trim. Because the turbo with a bigger turbocharged engine is going to be a top trim model in here. But this driver's seat here, you also do get memory seating, so that is cool. You get 2 settings, and you also get this little mini glove box over here, so that's a nice touch. In your center gauge cluster, you got analog left and right gauges, so your tach is going to be analog, as well as your temperature and fuel gauges. However, in the center here, this is actually a digital screen, so if you push the info button right here, you can change how that looks, so you can make it look very minimal or very traditional. It is up to you. And there are many more settings throughout that to show any vehicle information you may want. And you also get your miles per gallon listed right there. As for the rest of the interior here, Mazda, in my opinion, has definitely mastered the minimal interior. It's one of the best looking on the market because it's not busy interior with endless rows of buttons and tiers of buttons like in some vehicles. It's very, very, very light on controls, but everything is accessible through your infotainment system. You do get an 8.8 infotainment system, and that is controllable with a scroll knob here, similar to BMW's iDrive. It's pretty intuitive, and you do get some shortcut buttons throughout there. You also do get a hard volume knob, which is nice. But the rest of this interior, it is soft padded all throughout here. This entire dash is 100% soft padded right until all the way down here. So I think really they have done very well with this. Although it's a simple interior, I think it gives it some elegance and class. It looks very, very nice and much better than the Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai competitors, in my opinion, within this class. I think it stands out. You do get a few climate vents going throughout here, of course, right there and right there. And you do get dual zone automatic climate control. So that is right here. Very simple to use, very easy. And your fan speed's right in there. You get a little LCD monitor to show you that. You do get heated front seats, so these are heated with 3 levels. No cooling though, I'm a bit surprised they're not cooled. But the seats themselves, they have some very nice side bolstering and pretty meaty thigh bolstering as well. They look very, very good and they feel great and comfortable to be in. In the center, you get a lot of storage space actually for a relatively small vehicle. So right here, no wireless charger, but you do get a nice phone pad. You get 2 cup holders up there. You get your traditional shifter with your 6-speed, and it is shiftable right there. No paddles though in this vehicle. There are no paddles. If you shift into reverse, you can look at your backup camera. It is pretty good quality, could be a little better, but unfortunately the tracking lines don't move, and there is no 360 camera. Those are my only gripes in that area. In your center armrest, to open it, you actually will slide back first and then up. And inside of here, you get a pretty good amount of storage space for a relatively small vehicle. You get a full 9-volt charger right there, car charger, and you get 2 USB Type-A ports, as well as an SD card reader right in there. To close that, you will close it, and just slide again forwards. For your glove box on the right, it is a pretty large glove box. It's very good. Very nice to have. For your visors in this car, they do have a vanity mirror. It does have a light up top, actually, so that's an interesting place to put it. And these do not extend, but they do have a little bit of an extension piece right there. It does an adequate job. It covers all the way to the pillar, so that's pretty good. You do get your full power sunroof in here, so that both slides and tilts. And you do get your little sunglass storage here. And something I find very nice about this vehicle, and also present in the Mazda3 sedan, it does have a seatbelt monitor hub right here, so you can see the markings, and it'll designate whichever seatbelts are on or off. So if you have rear passengers, if you use this as a family car, you don't have to pester them and look and, you know, try and see if they're all buckled in. It'll tell you right there. So that's very nice. And for your rear view mirror, it is not automatic auto dimming, but it is okay. It's close to frameless. It looks pretty good. Fits in with the interior. And for drive modes, you do only get one in here. That is going to be sport, on, or off. And let's hop in the back and check out those seats. Okay, so sitting in the back here, headroom is pretty good. I'm about 6 feet tall, and I still have about a couple inches of headroom above me left. However, knee room is not that great. It's the same in the sedan. They're basically the same body, just a different body style. Unfortunately, I don't have that much room for my knees. However, I'm a bit tall to be sitting in this front seat, so a lot of people wouldn't have a problem back here. These windows actually cut down very low, though. Like, you are at my eye line with the camera, and yeah, my eye line is basically looking at the top of this window, so that's a bit uncomfortable. I don't really like that. That's due to the sloping roof line. It looks great, but it's going to impede some of your rear seat, I guess, visibility. But the seats themselves are pretty good. Still the red leather, nice perforation, and they're very soft back here. They don't really have much thigh bolstering, but they do have a little bit more of a torso bolster than would be expected. For your door panel, it resembles the front very well. However, you don't get one of those premium brushed nickel look Bose speaker covers, so I wish you had one of those. That's my only main gripe on the door. Something that really surprises me, this is a $28,000 car. It's not crazy expensive, but Mazda, with their premium-ish interiors, they don't have any climate vents back here. They also don't have any controls, or even a 9-volt port or one charging port. In 2022, I think that needs to be present. That's just my opinion, but there is that. And also, you only get one storage pouch back here. So in the passenger seat, you get storage. But in the driver's, they just chose not to put it in. Once again, just a bit of a miss. And let's hop back into the front and discuss my final thoughts. Alright, so back in the front, my final thoughts on this vehicle. So this sticker's at about $28,000, and for the interior, it far outclasses its competitors. This interior is just so nice and so premium. However, the major gripes I have are that the rear doesn't have any climate vents or climate controls. It does have a few blank buttons, a few too many for my liking, and I wish that the passenger seat were powered. It has no power adjustments. However, you get a lot for a lot of great value in this package. I would personally buy this car. And let's just get a quick little audio test with this Bose audio system.
I live a life on the edge, party like a rock star, pedal to the floor and it doesn't matter how far. Ain't nobody stopping me, ain't nobody stopping me. I'm the cold cash money kid making mistakes. They're taking the money troubadour, rocking the brakes.
Alright, and that is the audio test. Make sure to check out my POV drive coming up soon with this vehicle. And thank you to Flood Mazda in Wakefield, Rhode Island for allowing me to review this vehicle. Make sure to subscribe, and thank you for watching. Take care.